When you look these media such as CNN, BBC, Fox News, Voice of America, News Live, all these Western medias, they all speak one language. They all show the same thing. They all have the same information which they want to display on your screen. With all this being said, we have only one question to ask. Does Black life really matter to all these channels? Because when you look at them, they are all having one language. They speak about the same thing. They all choose which news they have to televise and which news they don't want to talk about. When it's about African news, when it's about African topics that the world needs to know about what is happening in Africa, they don't pay attention to that. They don't even discuss about it. Each and every single minute, there is a child who's dying out of anger somewhere in Africa. Do they talk about it? No. Each and every single minute, there is about 45 women who are being raped in the east of DRC. Do they talk about it? No. What about Africans who are being massacred by terrorists and rebellions? Do they even discuss about it? No. Let us not go far. Let's take example of Sudan, where they are about to engage themselves in a civil war. Do they talk about it? No. What about Morocco, who have just experienced a serious natural disaster? Do they even discuss on how to help people of Morocco? No. What about Libya? Do they even remember that they're the one who had bring serious conflict in Libya in order for Libyans to go and fight their Colonel Muammar Gaddafi to remove him in power and kill him? Do they even come to think that no, these people need our support? No, they don't talk about it. Instead, you know what they talk about? Of course, these people, they're discussing about what is happening in Ukraine, what is happening in Asia between Taiwan and China. Now they have jumped to another topic about Israel and Gaza and Hamas. So you understand that these people, they choose exactly what they want to show on their screen. And you see for yourself the kind of effort they are putting toward other nations are more different to the one they are putting in Africa. Africa, the hand that always feed them. We all know that people of Israel were attacked by Hamas in Gaza, which is another topic, by the way, that we don't even want to discuss at the moment. But I just want to bring something to your attention here so that you can try to understand why I have to talk about this, so that you can understand the kind of different treatment that Africans are receiving from these people. They attack the Israelis now. In less than 45 minutes, the President of the United States of America came in media and said this.
So in this moment, we must be crystal clear. We stand with Israel.
So you see that the men come and condemn what just happened in Israel and promise to help the government of Israel because they are with Israel, which is not bad after all. But why we never had this kind of language when it comes to African affairs? Why when it is the turn of Africans, we don't have this kind of language, we don't have this kind of solidarity, we don't have this kind of support? Instead, all we get to see when it comes to Africans is to impose their leadership. That was not all. This week we saw the State Secretary Blinken went all the way to Israel to give this support so that the people of Israel, they can stand against whatsoever is happening over there. Why that never been the case with Africans? How many times have you seen this man coming to Africa? He don't often come in Africa, but when it comes to Israelite and Ukraine, he went all the way there to give their support.
This is a moment for moral clarity. This is a moment where everyone needs to make clear that there is revulsion, disgust, and a determination.
Let me be clear on something here. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing for the United States of America or any other world organizations to support people of Israel or Ukraine. All these people deserve to have the same treatment as everyone. My point here is just to see on how they reserve them this kind of treatment, which is more different to the one of Africans. As I asked at the beginning of this video, saying that does the life of black Africans matter at all? Because if that was the case, I believe Africans are supposed to be the first one to receive all this kind of support from all these world organizations, which is not the case after all. Because Africans, we are the one who've been going through a lot. we are the one who've been having conflict from one day to another day without rest. There is many Africans who had built their houses, but they never sleep in it because they are afraid of their life, because they believe that if they try to close their eyes, they don't know if they will even wake up in the following morning. All because their life is in danger. They are being attacked day and night by rebellions. They are being attacked by people who are so thirsty of power, who want to do everything by all means in order for them to be in power. And these people, they are the kind of people who deserve to have this kind of support, by the way. But unfortunately, that is not happening with Africans. Why? We all saw how these people went all the way to Ukraine to middle in the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. They put all their money together. As we're talking right now, according to the last information that I had in my possession, America, they're even running out of money to provide Ukrainians with gun machines in order for them to defend themselves against Russia. They do all these things. They went and bring all their world organizations such as NATO. They call their partners. They put money together. They send airstrike over there. They send rockets, bombs. Forgetting that the more they keep on supplying Ukraine, the more innocent civilians, they'll keep on dying in Ukraine. They forgot about all that. Instead, they keep on putting even more fire or throwing more petrol in the fire which has already been there in Ukraine. They did all that. But I ask myself a question as an African child to know why they never do this kind of things with any of African countries. Today, they are in Jerusalem. They are doing everything in their power to make sure that Jerusalem does not lack anything. Why they can't also do the same with Africans? Is it that Africa is at peace? Is it that Africa, they have everything that they need? No. So this is where everything goes wrong. To make even this more interesting, it is when they're using their medias, which seem to be at their service, to broadcast only things that they want the world to see. And this Western media, they make sure that they hide these all informations from Africans. They hide all this information from the world to know exactly what is happening in Africa. For how long this kind of things, this kind of treatment have to continue? Because we are all tired. So Africans should know that they should not count on the Western medias, because these Western medias, they will not going to be something good that will come from their side, because they're at the service of their countries, which they feel like they have to promote whatsoever they're doing. They want to sell the image of their countries, and that's why you see them having a closed blind eyes when it comes to what is happening in Africa. You see them trying to do everything in their power. You know, what shocks me the most is that whatsoever has been happening there in Gaza, I saw all these journalists, they left their office, they went all the way there to broadcast what's happening there live. Again, I will repeat, there's nothing wrong, there's nothing bad about that. But the problem is just that, why they don't do the same when it comes to Africans? Because what just happened in Gaza, or what is happening in Ukraine, is not something to the world. It's not something new to Africa. Africa, they are going through these kind of things each and every day. You guys, you are talking about more than 300 people who had died, who had been this and that. What about people who are dying in Africa? Each and every country, they are losing thousands of people each and every day. Who talk about it? Who discuss about all these matters? So guys, that is where the problem is. And if you don't have the courage to look into the eyes of one another, I'm telling you, this kind of things will continue and happening, and no one will feel bad about it, because no one have tried to condemn this kind of behaviors before. So for me, I think Africans should not count on the Western media, because there's nothing good that will come from them. Africans should try to understand that we are on our own, and we are our own true liberator of our soul. If we don't come up together as a family, as Africans, if we don't put our power together as a true son of Africa's soil, then we're never going to succeed. We'll keep on complaining each and every time. We'll keep on having problems for unemployment. We'll keep on having civilian war. We'll keep on having conflict. We'll keep on having rebellions and terrorists. We'll keep on having all these bad things happening in Africa, instead of us coming up together and try to develop this beautiful continent, all because we get to distract ourselves from this Western media with what they've been saying on their TVs. So these are the kind of the things that can help each and every Africans to open their eyes. These are the kind of things that can revolt an African child, for them to understand that it is now more than ever, because enough it is enough, and we have to do something as Africans. So the unity of Africa, the love for one another, the respect of one another is what's going to help Africans to stand against this kind of behaviors. Thank you so much for watching this video up to now. I really do appreciate your time. Before you leave, make sure that you give us your thumbs up, because we really do appreciate. But if this is your first time to come across our videos and you would love to watch more videos in this channel, well, it is very simple. First of all, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, subscribe to this channel, because we talk about Africa. We discuss matters that concern Africa. We trying to see on how Africa can discover their true liberations as we deserve as Africans, and on how Africans can come up together in order for them to liberate themselves economically. So if you don't want to miss any of our videos, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and tell us also what you think about what we just discussed in this video through your comments, because we do have time to look at your comment and we get to see what you are telling us. But if you want us maybe to discuss about something else that comes in your mind as a topic, feel free again to join us to our email address, which is at coolbuzz@gmail.com, and we'll get in touch with you so that we can get to discuss more about it. For now, continue to be yourself, be good, be kind, have respect for everyone in order for you to be respected. May God bless you all. I'll see you again very soon. Ciao, ciao.